Today we are going to add polynomials. So this one has already been written in a vertical form, so all we're going to do is basically combine like terms. So here we have 4x plus 1 plus 2x plus 3. So 4x plus 2x is 6x, and 1 plus 3 is a positive 4. So 6x plus 4 is our answer. Okay, the next one is 3x squared plus 5x minus 9 plus x squared plus x plus 6. So 3x squared plus 1x squared is going to give me 4x squared. Remember, when we're adding these terms, we do not change our variable. We only change the coefficient here. 5x plus 1x is a positive 6x. And negative 9 plus a positive 6 is a negative 3. So we did 3x squared plus 1x squared. 3 plus 1 is 4. 5 plus 1, remember there's a 1 in front of there, is 6. And a negative 9 plus a positive 6 is a negative 3. Okay, here we've written it this way, so I like to go vertical just to help me organize. So I have 7y squared, I don't have any y squared over here, plus 2y. And now I'm going to bring all my like terms and put them underneath the like terms here. So I'm adding a negative 5y, I don't have any y squared, so I'm going to leave that blank, a negative 5y plus 8. And I'm going to put a filler right there just to show that I'm not going to be adding anything. So 7y squared plus nothing is 7y squared. 2 plus a negative 5. 2 plus a negative 5 is a negative 3y. And 0 plus 8 is a positive 8. So we did 7y squared plus nothing was 7y squared. 2 plus a negative 5 is a negative 3. 0 plus 8 is 0. Number 4. I'm going to rewrite this. 10a squared plus 5a plus 7. Going to add a squared minus 3, so plus a squared, and I'll put a 1 in front of that to help me remember that's a 1a squared. I don't have an a in this polynomial or binomial, so I'm just going to say plus 0, and then I have a minus 3. So 10a squared plus 1a is 11a squared. 5a plus 0 is 5a. 7 plus a negative 3 is a positive 4. So let's look at that again. 10a squared plus 1a squared is 11a squared. 5a plus nothing is 5a. 7, a positive 7, plus a negative 3 is a positive 4. Okay, 2y squared minus 4y plus 6 plus 1y squared plus 3y minus 2. So 2y squared plus 1y squared is 3y squared. A negative 4y plus a positive 3y is a negative 1y. But I'm not going to put the 1. We're going to keep this in simplest form. So minus y. 6 plus a negative 2 is a positive 4. So 2y squared plus 1y squared is 3y squared. Negative 4 plus a positive 3 is a negative 1. 6 plus a negative 2 is a positive 4. Okay, on this one we have to use our distributive property before we can add. So we're going to do the distributive property first for each of these, and then we're going to combine, or we're going to add. So 5 times 4x cubed is 20x cubed. 5 times a negative 2x squared is a negative 10x squared. And 5 times 1 is 5. Now let's do this one. 3, and this is plus, 3 times 7x squared is 21x squared. And 3 times a negative 5 is a negative 15. And I'm going to add these two together. So I'm going to rewrite this. Actually, I'm not going to rewrite this part. I'm going to just bring this under here. So I don't have an x cubed, so I leave this blank, and I'm adding 21x squared here minus 15. So 20x cubed stays the same, so I'm not going to be adding anything to that. A negative 10 plus 21 is a positive 11x squared. So negative 10 plus 21 is a positive 11x squared. And then 5 plus a negative 15 is negative 10. So let's go back. We did 5 times 4 is 20x cubed. 5 times a negative 2 is a negative 10x squared. 5 times 1 is 5. 3 times 7x squared is 21x squared. 3 times a negative 5 is a negative 15. I brought this binomial down here, added nothing here, and negative 10 plus 21 is a positive 11, so positive 11x squared. 5 plus a negative 15 is a negative 10. Okay, here we have an example using perimeter. It says write a polynomial expression for the perimeter. So to find perimeter of a trapezoid, I have to add all of my sides. So I'm going to add 7x plus 5 plus, and I've got 2 3x's, so 2 3x's plus x squared minus 2. So I'm going to go ahead and use the distributive property. This is 6x plus x squared minus 2. And now I need to simplify my like terms. So I don't have any x squared other than this one, so I'm going to bring that down, x squared. I have a 7x and a 6x, so 7x plus 6x is 13x. And then 5 plus a negative 2 is a positive 3. So I added 7x plus 5, 2 3x's, and x squared minus 2, simplified by combining like terms, and I get x squared plus 3x plus 3. Okay, on this one, to find the perimeter of a rhombus, I have to do one side length 4 times. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute this to make this a little bit easier problem. 3x minus 6 is what each side length is. So I'm going to do 4 times 3x minus 6. 4 times 3x minus 6 because I have 4 3x minus 6. Now I could do 3x minus 6 plus 3x minus 6. I could do that 4 times. But we use multiplication to make it an easier problem. So 4 times 3x is 12x, and 4 times a negative 6 is a negative 24. So again, I distributed 3, and I multiplied 3 times x minus 2. I got 3x minus 6. And then I multiplied 3x minus 6 4 times to represent the perimeter. Okay, the last question is the perimeter of the rectangle shown is 118 feet. What is the value of x? So here I have a rectangle, and remember that the formula for the perimeter of a rectangle is P equals 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. So I can use this formula to solve and figure out what x is. But first, I need to simplify these lengths here. So I'm going to do 2 times 2x plus 5, because I have 2x plus 5s, plus 2 times 3x plus 4. So this is representing my perimeter. 2 times the length plus 2 times the width. Now I'm going to simplify. So 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times 5 is 10. 2 times 3x is 6x. And 2 times 4 is 8. So I just distributed 2 times 2x, 2 times 5, 2 times 3x, 2 times 4. And now I'm going to simplify my polynomial here. So 4x plus 6x is 10x. 10 plus 8 is 18. But remember that the question is, what is the value of x if given the perimeter is 18? So I need to set this equal to 118. So P was actually 118. So now I'm going to subtract 18 from both sides, and I get 100 equals 10x, and 100 equals 10x. I divide both sides by 10, and x equals 10. And you can go back and check your work. You could substitute in 10 for x. That would be 25. This side would be 25. If I substitute this in, that would be 34. And then you could check your work. 2 times 34 plus 2 times 25. 2 times 34 is 68, plus 50 is 118. Make sure you write down any questions that you may have about this lesson, and be sure to ask them in class later.